Good morning. Look what we're actually doing.
We're
drinking coffee this morning.
It's been a long time.
It's been a long time without you, my friends. Actually, it was yesterday. We posted video yesterday. It hasn't been that long.
We went live yesterday.
Night shift. Y'all know what's up.
We actually are drinking coffee on Coffee with Crackers.
Yeah. It's been a minute. I had to come out here and wipe down the chairs. It's just been so dewy in the morning. And it's, I don't know. It's easier I'll just say that. It's easier for us to do it later in the day.
Yeah.
And then we don't have to deal with the dogs getting crazy and all that.
Which, I don't know what the dogs did last night. But Cowboy, one of the big white guard dogs, is the color of Lucy now.
Yeah. I'm not even going to talk about it. But speaking of that, we have so much to do because they like to roam. They like to do that. So we got a lot of fencing to do. Our electric fence in the front's only doing so well at this point. I don't know if they learned to knock it over. I do know that they have learned to just completely jump over the cattle guard.
Yeah.
Even Lucy can jump the entire thing.
Yeah. Which
we kind of figured. We didn't think it was going to hold them in, but we were kind of hoping it would stall them enough till we can get a gate up. So it's definitely something we'll be working on soon, and then finishing the front. And we've talked about this many times about trying to find the balance of what do we do and stuff. Stubbs, you're a little wet and you're leaning against me, and I'm going to smell like wet dog. They probably can't see him.
Oh, you don't know, lay down.
So we asked you guys stuff like that, and then, hey, nope.
No.
And then we woke up this morning, and the fundraiser for Grill Sergeant has just absolutely blown our minds. Never expected it. I don't know. Whenever we talk about stuff like that, we never. I don't want to say we don't expect anyone to donate.
It's just we understand that times are hard right now.
Yeah,
and just the way it goes.
Yeah, and it's more of because expect is a bad word. We don't expect anything from anybody. But I can't think of it. It's too early to think of the right words, but we don't expect it when we talk about it. We just talk about it because we think it's an awesome thing that he's doing. And the fact that some of you guys donated is just, it blows our minds. And it definitely blew our minds, the amount of people that did. And we do know there's people out there that wish they could, but may not have the funds. And again, it's not so much about donating the money. It's more about just talking about it, and even just, in the comments, posting about your story or, stuff like that. Just that alone helps. And I don't know, sometimes it's not always about, it's, I don't want to say this in a bad way, but someone did comment and say, I'm not going to donate to something that there's never going to have a cure for. But the thing is yes, we do understand that some of it, you can't help people. There's certain things like that, and it's always new cancer research and stuff, and that's your prerogative if that's what you're going to do. But someone like her stepsister is now actually running in the marathon because she had it, and she's better now. So it does help people, and whether people want to donate or not, that's their business, and it doesn't bother us. There's certain things that we won't donate to. You have to kind of just know the cause. That's our thing is there's certain fundraisers and whatever you want to call them, not fundraisers, but programs that the owner, the president, whatever it is of it, gets 90% of the money. Yeah. There's stuff like that, if you can help, great. If you don't feel it's the right cause, that's fine. No one's ever pressured you to do anything, but it just absolutely blew our minds that you guys did that, and reading y'all stories and all that. It's wild, and it just, again, I think this is the whole moral of the story for a good while now is it's just real. It's just it just shows that you guys are real, and it puts a whole different perspective in our eyes for who y'all are, and I think the more real we can make YouTube, and I mean that from both sides, y'all to us and us to you guys, the better off it'll be. So that's how I feel about that.
That was really deep.
Yeah, I wish you weren't so real sometimes, telling me how you feel and stuff.
I thought you meant on here, like I open up a lot, and I go on these rants and I just kind of say everything.
Yeah, someone did tell me, they're like, you need to stop overstepping Danielle, let her talk. I said, you don't know Danielle very well. She wouldn't talk if she wouldn't say one word if she felt like she didn't have to.
Yeah, I got a lot to say, but
yeah, I'm like, I ain't paying you to be standing over here not saying nothing.
Also, you complete a lot of my sentences.
Yep.
And people think that's interrupting, but which I understand what that looks like, but it's actually he knows the way my brain works, and then there's a lot of times, I think it's a ADD thing. It's you're in the middle of a sentence and then you just get hung up. You get lost, and you're like, wait, what was I even saying? And then come in.
And I also think it's an ADD thing. I don't know. I watch videos. Or maybe
to finish other people's sentences.
Yeah, I don't know if it's ADD or ADHD or dyslexic or whatever, but I've seen videos pop up and they're like, do you try to finish other people's sentences because your brain is trying to figure out what they're saying? And so you're just going to go ahead and put it out there. And
hey, that means you're listening.
I told you I listen. She's like, you never listen.
No, that's what you tell me.
Well, you don't listen.
I try to, but then sometimes I'm I start thinking about me listening.
Yeah, 99% of the time. She's like, oh, that tree kind of looks bad. What if we cut it out? I said, I just said that. I said it 5 times already.
Well, you talk a lot. You
should listen a lot.
And then so sometimes it's just kind of, I get lost a little bit.
Yeah.
Start looking at the dogs. But anyway, I forgot what we were saying before this.
Night shift coffee. I think, could be wrong, I think they're already sending us another shipment. At least that's what the email insinuated.
Yeah. So we were talking, we do think we need to do a giveaway on here, but
if it becomes where we can't drink it quick enough, we'll do a giveaway.
That's what's kind of hard. It's love it so much.
I don't want to give away my coffee.
But this is Coffee with the Crockers.
It is.
Loyals of the loyals.
Yeah, it would be awesome. But as of right now, and I don't know once the sun comes out more, it feels good right now. Yesterday was humid. I mean, you couldn't walk. It felt like you were just walking through a sprinkler or something. I mean, you just got wet quick. It was just, you couldn't even breathe. So I'm hoping today will be a little better because
it's supposed to start getting hot again.
Yeah.
It's going to be 93 today.
Yeah, but I don't care about the heat. I care about the humidity.
But I guarantee you.
Yeah.
It's going to be like that today.
Because it's bad in the silo, but when you come out and can't get an escape from it, it makes it pretty difficult. But I told Danielle, I already made a, not a prediction, I said this whole project, this whole project we're working on will be done today. Not the whole build, but the part that we're doing, it will be finished today. Whether it's my last breath of the day doing it or what, but it'll get done. And from there up, it's, I don't know what it is. Yes, there are, yesterday and stuff, dreading, working just because of, the humidity and stuff. But I'm not worried about working on the house. In the past, it's been pretty brutal where you get to a spot and you're like, oh, I just don't want to do this today. Mm-hmm. Like, oh man, just having to build another wall or another whatever, put more
drywall
this up or whatever, which we'll probably get there. But as of right now, we're not. And
so we're going to lean into it.
Yeah, and there was a little bit of a moment 2 days ago or 3 days ago, something like that, where I was just like, oh my gosh, I don't want to, like, the boards are all wet. Like, I just started talking myself out of it. I'm like, the boards are wet. If I cut and put them in there, they might shrink a little bit, this and that. And I just, like, it almost felt like I was talking myself out of it. Mm-hmm. And I was just like, no, I'm just going to do it. And then I'll get to the point where if the boards are, like, really wet, I'll stop. And I did get to that point, and then I just kind of spread them all out on the deck, let them dry up, and now we're good again. It's very easy to talk yourself out of something.
But also,
I'm talking about you, not me. I'm real good at keeping focus.
That day, you were working in there, got out to, like, take a breath because it was so hot in the grain bin. You sat down for a second, and next thing you know,
I woke up.
That's how you know how hot it is in there, if you can come out and take a nap.
Yeah,
outside,
get a breather
in the heat.
Some people keep saying, like, put an AC unit in there. It ain't gonna work. I understand what you guys were saying, but if you were here in person to see it, you'd realize it wouldn't work. And then it'd have to be a massive AC unit, and then we would have to, like, I don't know. It'd just be hard. And then people are like, well, put this type of fan or this fan. We have to get it through that gap in the side. So putting a massive fan. And then I understand that. But then it's also, then I have to try to pick up and move the fan because we're building around it. And it becomes a hassle. Just the sole fact of I'm so grateful we didn't load that whole sucker up with everything we owned to use it as storage because...
Mm-hmm. Get everything out.
Just that little bit that we had to take out, I was already not feeling it. I was not happy. Mm-hmm. And so we're at the point now, if you have anything in there that doesn't need to be in there, it's just, okay, if anyone's built, you know this, move it over here so I can work here, and then I need to work over there, so then I move it over here, and then it's just constant. So
one thing I hate the most is, like, doing that.
Yes.
Moving a pile of something over here just to move it again in a second.
Yeah.
It's like almost like loading...
It's like loading the trailer just to unload it in the parking lot to load it back up.
Yeah.
Hey.
Dirty.
Quiet.
So, I've never seen a dog this dirty.
Yeah, he's pretty dirty. Cowboy. Hey, we trying to work, boy? Everyone else is good. But
here comes Lou. Don't look.
Doing that, where we're going to attempt it this time... trial and error, you know. We've done a lot of error and a lot of trials, but we're figuring it out.
A lot of trials.
Once we can cut the door open, to the front door, it'll be easier to keep, like, our tools on the front porch. And then you can walk outside, cut it, or at the end of the day, at least move it out, or, you know what I mean? You don't have to, like, keep moving side to side. Mm-hmm. If we can keep our tools on the porch, that'd be even better. And then we just kind of work in and out. You guys will have to see how this works. But normally when you build a house, you can build an entire wall on the ground and then lift the entire wall up 20 feet if you want. And then lift the whole sucker up, and you have a whole side of the wall. Well, in here, we're only able to work a couple of feet at a time. And if you're standing in there doing the same work over and over and over and over, it's going to be hot and it's going to be miserable. So hopefully it'll work out where we can just be right out there on the front porch, getting some airflow and stuff, and building the walls in sections and then taking them in. But it also is scary because... depending on how it lines up, you have to line it up perfect where your window's going to be and how that's going to hit. Like, it's so much harder. Like, we still have no idea where windows are going.
No.
We haven't. Okay, I'll take that back. We have a rough idea where we would want windows. But you can't be like, all right, 3 feet from here over, because we don't know yet. Because how do you figure that fully out?
There's I don't know if we've talked about this, but there's another bin in Texas. It's about 5 hours, 6 hours away that I do want to go to before we really commit to floor plan and everything.
It's got a half loft. It's got the stairs going up the opposite side.
Yeah.
From what we saw at the last one. The last one was clearly the whole second story. So when you walk in, you don't see all the way up. This one, we think, just from pictures, it might be the exact dimensions as this one.
That would help too.
That would be amazing.
Yeah. So at some point we're going to...
Money and time well spent.
Yeah, I was going to say, it would have to be really soon.
Very soon.
So maybe I should look into that today.
Yeah, very soon. So
okay, that's the job.
Okay, I'll build and you be looking that up.
You finish the floor and I will make sure we get that booked.
So I'll be working, you be spending money. Why does it always end up this way?
It's working.
Oh, working on the night shifts, baby.
Do you see?
Shifts.
Oh.
I'm gonna keep it over here. That table's kind of wet.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. We've said this all 100 times, and that's why people say they don't like watching Coffee Crockers no more. They're like, it's just Jason rambling. I'm like, why are you commenting on it? If you know I'm just gonna ramble, that means you're here. I just like to ramble.
It's a part of you.
What?
Loves the ramble.
They have to keep coming back.
So you guys get a taste of what I deal with. Deal is the wrong word. What I
No,
go
you
through?
already said it. They didn't want to know what I have to deal with you, and I mean that to the fullest extent. Deal with.
Don't.
I can't on here. We'll get demonetized. But I don't know. Truly, again, like I was saying, I have not. I can't think right. I am not stressed over building on here yet. I am still kind of excited. There has been little moments where I'm like, you can easily talk yourself out of anything. But I was like, why would I be sitting here want to talk myself out of building our house and getting this done? Like, as soon as the floor is completely done and we're talking like fully insulated, the plywood on top, like just everything, and we can start building up, it's game on. And then you start doing the walls around, and then you build your half wall. The hard thing's gonna be the stairs. I don't know how we're gonna fully figure that out.
Yeah.
That's the one thing that I'm like, I might mess up on. I don't know how it's gonna. I've never built real stairs.
Yeah.
I built steps.
Those are good.
But imagine that all the way up, like 12
do they make
feet
those
up.
things all the way up?
They do. I wouldn't trust that though. And then it's got to be rounded with the building and everything. And so I don't know. That's my thing where I don't know what I'm gonna do, but we'll figure it out. We always have and will, and it'll be exciting and trying to go through the phases of getting worried that we mess up the whole build.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I am truly excited for it, and
then also, are we gonna get scaffolding or?
I don't know what the best option is
How
at this
are we
point.
gonna build up?
It's so tall. I'm not really sure, to be honest. We're just gonna go one step at a time and see what happens.
So Roof, where are you going?
He ain't gonna jump over that.
Oh, that's
cow guard.
true. There's one dog you can trust to not go over the cow guard. He'll break his ankles trying to cross it though.
Yeah. He'll be all right. Oh, he'll probably just go where that netting's down.
We'll narrate it for you guys.
He's like, wait, what? What is this?
He's at the cow guard, and
he just
peeing on
just
it.
peeing. He just marking in the front.
And then now he's coming back.
No, he just wants to let other dogs know if they come up, this is mine. But I don't know. I am truly excited for this, and grateful that we still have the opportunity to do this as a living. That still blows our minds that we can build a house and it's our living. Mm-hmm. Our living is us living. It's very strange.
Very weird concept.
It is. I mean, we put a lot of work into it and videos and all that type of stuff. But
it's a lot more work
than most people realize. It is quite a bit. But it'll be all right. It'll be 100% worth it.
Yeah.
And then once we get the walls framed up, we can trench electric over to it and have just electric running there. And then at that point, we can trench it from there to the water well and get electric to the water well, and then have everything on a timer, just be shooting water all the time. We ran the generator all night.
It went off around like a little bit after 3.
No, it was after that. It was after 4. Because remember when I got up to go to the bathroom?
Yeah,
and it was 4 o'clock. I could still hear it running, and I was like, "Holy cow, it's still running!"
And so it was whenever. Yeah, I didn't sleep very good last night, but I woke up at 3 and was up for a while, and it was running like the whole time.
Yeah, it was past 4. So again, it's like running a water hose all night in a pond. That's only gonna do so much, but a little bit at a time.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not a sprint.
Yeah.
But that's probably the most. You think that's the most water that's ever been in there right now? Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
Because of the rains and stuff like that. So definitely excited to see the potential. I was looking at it yesterday. I'm like, all right, if the water is all the way up on the side of the fence, as high as it can go, where would it go on the other side? I'm like, dang, it'd be like way up. So we don't know how well it'll hold once it gets that high.
Well, but it's like, so next year, I guess it'll be this year, I don't know, rainy season or whatever, we need to do like a little trench to the pond.
From the road?
Yeah, or something.
Yeah.
We gotta catch it all.
We'll see how that goes. Well, whenever we put our culvert in the front,
yeah,
then we could, from that point, kind of put some PVC in there to collect it and go. The hard thing is you don't want mud and rocks and stuff to get. It was me whistling. Hey, sorry, it was me.
I think they hear something we're not hearing over there.
But yeah, anywho, we're gonna get the day started. What is today? Thursday?
Oh no.
Yeah, we went live yesterday.
Yes, Thursday.
I can't believe the live even lasted almost the whole time yesterday.
Yeah, the service only went out like a couple times.
Yeah, we got to figure out how to get the internet on top of the grain bin or something. Get it up there, and then I think at that point it'd be all right. It'd be above the trees.
Yeah.
But I'm very grateful that Starlink works enough to upload videos and watch YouTube and
the days of having to go to Walmart to upload, and then for our entertainment at the end of the day, we would just have a DVD player. And we would just burn through them. Yeah,
because we tried to have it where like we'd have a hotspot or something. You have to put the phone in the window and then not touch it. Don't even look at it.
That was when too, like service was really bad out there.
We had T-Mobile, then we had to get Verizon, and we've been through it.
Yeah, I bet T-Mobile service out here on Someday Ranch is probably 5 stars. 5 bars.
Probably. And that was another comment. It's not bad or anything. It kind of reminded me, but it could come out bad out of my mouth, but I'm trying not to. Try to make it, it's not bad. But someone had commented and said, whenever we were talking about what we should show in our video stuff, and they're like, well, not everyone just starts with 60 acres and a huge shop and all that stuff to convert. And
that's not how we started.
I was like, I personally bought 2 acres in Texas and put a shed on it, and then moved to Oklahoma with nothing but a tent.
I was gonna say, what were you in, baby?
So I started literally, there was rock bottom. I started rock bottom and showed people how to do it, and then we got together, and then it literally evolved, and sometimes maybe it took us a few extra steps to get where we want to be, but I mean literally from rock bottom, nothing, pretty much homeless in a tent, to where we're at now. And I think personally, I don't care what anyone thinks, I think that's freaking awesome. I think to show that, and to show I mean even rock bottom as far as my life, and then
my life.
Here I am talking about the deepest, darkest times of my life, and you're mocking me. This is what I have to deal with. Jeez.
You really emphasize that life. My life. Okay, sorry, go.
Well, you know what bothers me the most? My wife. Anyways, it is something that is cool to... people still comment on old videos, like they're just now being recommended and they're watching, and I forgot which video it was. It was something, someone just commented on at the original Off Grid where I said I only changed the oil twice in the generator. I did a generator review, and they're like, only twice in that many hours? Yeah. But I don't know. It is cool knowing that we have evolved and we have learned and moved forward and all that stuff. And because of that, I actually feel very confident working on the grain silo. It's still, we ain't professional, but we have learned a lot.
Everything's been a lesson.
Yeah.
To lead us to our home over here.
Oh, yeah. And so,
this tin can.
Yeah, so I feel really good about it. Even, I mean, I had zero building knowledge. Zero when I started YouTube. Like,
believe it or not.
None.
I had zero as well.
Well, they won't believe that.
I still have zero.
No, you don't. Your aunt thinks it's freaking awesome that you'll be like, oh, yeah, look at that AC. That's a 7532. You've learned a lot. But I have a question for you guys. If you made it this far, 26 minutes in, I would be very curious what one moment that you guys liked the most of our journey on YouTube.
Oh.
I would like to know your favorite moment of our journey.
Oh, that's a good. I like that. What's your favorite moment?
We ain't playing this game. But I can't say it because then they're going to say it. See? That's like when I'm like, you hungry? You're like, yeah, what do you want to eat? And I'm like, this. Yeah, that's what I want.
Oh, yeah. Because
if I ask you, you'd be like, I don't know. You want pizza? No. You want hamburgers? No. You want this? No. What about Pizza Hut? That's what you'll say. I already said pizza.
This literally never happened.
Yes, it does. It happened yesterday. Anyways, guys, I would love to know.
We didn't eat Pizza Hut yesterday.
Maybe I know. I was being funny. We almost did. Just kidding. We almost did. We're eating healthy now.
Today's the day.
Yep, the start. So if we don't post a video later, we died. So I would love to know y'all's your biggest thing that you like the most out of our journey. They're gonna be like, you just got married, I love it.
Yeah.
See, but y'all can't use that one now because I just used it. All right, guys. Bye.